Hello and welcome to Online Teaching Made Easy, your first screencast by Alston Mesquita. That's me. Right, so welcome here, and now in this short tutorial I'm going to show you the basics of how you set up and record a screencast. First of all, your setup. Well, I've got a USB camera here, which is not the one I have in my laptop, because the one in my laptop is pretty bad. It's a Dell laptop with the camera in the bottom of the screen. It's not very good for a screencast. And this one can be moved around so you can get different angles if you need them. Next, I've got a headset, and I'm recording using this microphone, which means that it doesn't pick up extraneous noises as easily as the microphone in the camera in the laptop itself does. One noticeable problem with the cameras built into laptops is that if the fan does come on, if the laptop overheats, you will see a problem. You will pick up that noise. You will pick up the noise from the keyboard, from just clicks of your hand or the pen on the keyboard, and this can be irritating. It's distracting. It's best if you use an external microphone like the one over here. It's not a professional microphone, but it works. What else do I have? Well, I've got a tablet. This is the Wacom one with a pen, and I'm going to be using this for illustrating how you actually interact with mathematics and physics in the real-time derivation. Okay, what else have I got? Finally, one more piece. I think you can see it. It's a USB dongle, and we need a USB dongle because our laptops these days do not have enough of USB ports for connecting peripherals. Now, if you do buy one of these, make sure you get the one which is relevant to your machine. Mine happens to have both USB-C and B, and you need to make sure you have the right dongle in there. Okay, so let's start now. I'm going to be putting this camera back where it should be, in front of the laptop. There's going to be a bit of tearing in the image. Bear up with it for a minute. Alright, there we are. Now, in a more professional setup, we would not see this kind of wobbling and whatnot, but this is what we've got. It's a fairly inexpensive camera. It's not one of the best ones out there. So what does your setup, that's your setup. Now, I'm going to switch to my computer screen and show you what I've got over here. Alright, so let's see if I've got this right. There we are. Okay, so this is the computer screen, and I'm going to be using a software called Journal++ for doing the note taking, and this is how I'm going to be writing. I've already written these notes in real time, and I'm going to show you how that actually looks when you talk and write at the same time. It's quite a natural way of writing. I was experimenting with this some time ago. It's quite easy to work with this kind of software. You can change things quite easily. It becomes easy to draw diagrams, to interactively talk and write and change color, and it takes the place of a whiteboard. I would say it's even better because you can then take this output and save it as a PDF. The other thing I've got here is a PDF version of the text we use, and I've got it open to the right page. This is the differential equation you're going to be solving, and on the journal PP page we've got the solution. Alright, so how do we start a screencast like this? Well, the program I'm going to be using, the simplest program you can use on Linux, is called Kazam, and I will close it for the time being. On Mac OS X is QuickTime, which will do the recording for you, and on Windows, I forget which, oh yes, it's part of the Xbox screen recording program, and these details as to which program you use on which machine is given on the QM Plus page for this technology and training section, in this section. So let's start Kazam, and yes, it's Kazam. You wonder why people came up with these names. I'm not sure. Alright, so we want a screencast. I want it to be the entire screen and not just one window. I want to record the mouse, and I want the sound from the microphone. We have a delay before it starts, and that's a 3-second delay which I've given it. Now in preferences, we need to make sure this is right. Pick up the right microphone. I want to use the microphone in this headset, and that happens to be the USB PNV microphone. I'm not using the built-in microphone. Secondly, we need the audio going out into the built-in audio of the system. Okay, I've set this at 30 frames a second. It may or may not be, I think I had a problem when I had it at 30 frames a second earlier, so I'm going to bring it down to 15 where it was originally. Alright, so let's save that. That's gone in there, and now we can start our screencast. Now, it's up to you as to what you do in your screencast. I'm not going to show this to you, but I'm going to show you an example of what it might look like. Let's just do an example capture nevertheless. So we start our screencast, 3, 2, 1, go, and here we are. So welcome today, students. We are going to be looking at Green's functions, and we're going to solve the differential equation given here, dx squared y by dx squared plus y is cos x squared, subject to the boundary conditions y of 0 is 0 and y of pi over 2 is 0. Now this solution is given to you in the book Riley, Hobson and Benz, so you can look it over, and but I'm going to be working out a solution in detail over here in front of you. Now this is where switching to the journal PP is quite handy. When I began this, I did not have the derivation down here. I just had the problem, and I had drawn this line which to save me some time. And then it's quite natural then to talk through the steps slowly and gradually. And when you're done, which was a page and a half of derivation, when you're done, just go down below and press finish recording. Now you can also press pause the recording if you wanted to pause and take a break. I'm going to finish it here and see what this looks like, and then let's actually hear it again. So finish the recording. This is a window which opens up. Kazam recording has finished. Save it for later. I say yes, continue. I need to save it somewhere, so I'm going to save it on the Queen Mary Teaching MT3 recordings, Green's function, and this is a trial recording, so let's call it trial. Alright, and now let's have a look at the recording itself. So here we are, MPV trial. Okay, so you saw that. I mean, it really wasn't too bad. I mean, and quite painless. So the recording itself is done. We now have I have a file, an MP4 file, and the next question is, what do you do with it? Well, you could edit it if you had an editing software. You could add a header page or an end page. You could then sort of export it to QM Plus in some way, and I'll be showing you how to do that. Or you could put it onto YouTube, and there are many tutorials online as to how do you upload files onto YouTube, how do you create your own channel. That's something I prefer myself, but this is something which is going to be up to you. So once it's on YouTube or wherever you host it, then it's a simple matter of just including the link onto your QM Plus page in the right place, and you're done. You got your first screencast ready and over. So we'll end here. Thanks for watching, and on to the next video at some point. Bye bye.